Now let's move on to the Chris Hein Winds, a collection of 13 orchestral woodwind instruments covering 4 flutes, piccolo flute, 2 C flutes, an alto flute, 3 clarinets, SB and bass clarinet, 3 oboes and 3 bassoons. It's a total of, this is how it sounds first. Okay, here are the facts. 13 instruments, 53 gigabyte content, a total of 132,000 samples, 14 articulations, true legato and the scale runs, and much more. So one thing is dynamic expression. That's an articulation where I recorded, I mean there are regular sustains and sustains with vibrato, but one of the special articulations is dynamic expressions and a long and a short version, 2 of that. And these are the 6 dynamics layers we recorded. I'd like to show you that on the English horn because that's a very nice instrument. So here's my English horn. And you even can follow the player playing. I think they can hear the dynamics flowing. So compared to the regular sustain, and even when I looked at then sustain vibrato, it's a bit more, and the dynamic, I give you a short version now. And it was even a difference when I looked into the face of the players. During the sustain note, they were like bored, and when it came to this dynamic expression notes, they were like singing. And although it has a recorded dynamic curve, you can still use CC11 expression or any other controller. It's just a different setting. So here, this is the dynamic mode where you can switch between only the keyboard dynamic, and you can follow here the X fade with this fader. And this is the mode where you can play dynamically, but you still can use the fader. And as you see, if I press a note at this velocity, in this area nothing happens until you reach that point, and then you can bring it down or up again. But it's so fun to just play dynamically with your velocity and then let the fader take over only in the moment you need it. So here's another example of the note heads with the woodwinds on the bassoon. Yeah, it's not only the attack, it's also the ending of the note that's been changed. So here's another example of the glide mode, the scalable, the playable scales. You can adjust the key, and you see it's only a few note played. if you're looking for that shimmering woodwind sound, just play a few notes with the sustain pedal pressed, and you get these runs. So here is another audio example, and that's Chris Hein Winds. Here's a little example showing the oboe singing. Now I'll let you go with some Brahms. So, thank you everybody. This is Chris Hein Winds coming in March or April. It's actually ready. It's just at the encoding at Native Instruments. And yeah, will be available at Big Fish. Goodbye.